welcome to Friday Nights with Emma. I'll just let everybody join, give you a minute. I'm going to change the foot on my machine. Oh, there's Link. There's his cue. Hello, my boy. Nice machines. He's on a scooter. Hello, Link. Who's a good boy?
Claudia.
Oh, hi, Claudia.
Catherine.
Hi, Catherine.
Kate.
Hi, Kate.
Margaret.
Hi, Margaret. My drink.
Diana.
Oh.
Terry.
Hi, Diana. Hi, Terry. Oh, got my back.
Deborah.
Hi, Deborah.
Angie.
Hi, Angie.
Barbara.
Hi, Barbara. That's my bits. There's my bits. You're not helping, Link.
Lorna said she received her beautiful quilt last week.
Oh, yay. Enjoy.
Annette.
Hi, Annette.
And Dawn.
Hi, Dawn.
Christine from Glasgow.
Hi, Chrissy. Hi,
Diane.
Hi, Diane.
Joan.
Hi, Joe. I'm actually doing sewing tonight. Which never happens.
Anne.
Hi, Anne. I'll show you what I'm doing in just a sec. Oh, there's one link leaves.
Susan.
Hi, Susan. Apologies for the cat head in the middle of everything. Yes.
Joanne and Mum Maureen.
Oh, hi, Joe. Hi, Mum Maureen.
And Sarah.
Oh, hi, Sarah. So I thought I'd revisit, get some bits done.
Joanne says hello to Link.
My Halloween quilt that I never finished. The one that I was going to have the wonky stars in the sashing. Oh, yeah, the sashing.
Andrea.
Hi, Andrea.
Kate says, thank you for the wall hanging, Emma. It is off to France
Oh.
to hang in the restaurant.
Oh, très posh. Oh, you have to send me a picture when it gets there.
Yeah.
And where in France as well.
Christine says, good evening from Berry Island.
Hi. Hi, Christine. Let me find my foot. So, I'll show you one. If you refresh. Do you remember this panel that I had? So I started it last Halloween, so it would have been last October. But this is some of the panels. And what I'm doing on these is I'm just adding a border on all of them, just to make them a little bit different. Like, so there's cats, there's bats, there's a crow with Chinese lanterns, which I should know the proper name. I am sure it's related to Physalis. Do not plant these in your garden, is all I'll say. Put them in a pot, by all means. But these things, I dug up, when we moved into this house, I dug up literally half of the front lawn, getting rid of every single root of this because it spreads like nobody's business. So very pretty, but do not plant them in your garden.
Margaret says, nice timing, Link.
Oh yeah. There's the owls, and then where's my other ones? Oh, and there's moths. I forgot about the moths. So we've got moths, toadstool, and bats.
Karen says, evening all. I had a lovely parcel of fabric from you, Emma. Thanks.
Ooh.
It's all gorgeous.
Yay. Thank you for your orders. Really appreciate it. So that's those. So I've got white ones and then dark ones. So the dark ones I'm putting the denim twist. That's what it is. Dashwood twist as a border. And I'll show you how I figured out to do the wonky stars. So I'm being lazy on these boards. The strip is longer than the actual block. And I'm just pinning it and sewing it, not measuring.
Joanne says, thanks for the warning. I have one in a pot and was thinking of putting it in the garden.
Oh, no, don't put it in the garden. But you can put it, if you can, although I'm not sure if it will really prevent it from spreading, but they do say if you put it in a pot and bury it in the garden, that does contain it, but no, I would err on the safe side and just keep it in a pot.
Julie's watching, got my fabric delivery today. Love the space panel.
Oh, yay. Oh, thanks for your order, yeah. Oh, I think that one's glow in the dark, so check it out.
And Claudia says, I have a lantern plant in a pot, but the last few years they don't produce many lanterns.
No.
And Karen said, that's really interesting. I love those Chinese lanterns, but I'll need to be careful where I put them.
Yes, definitely. But I will say, if there is, somebody that not particularly keen on, they make very good presents. Have them put them in their garden.
Joanne says, going to keep it in a pot on the patio.
Yeah, that's a good plan, because, yeah. They're a little bit like morning glory, a little bit will come back, so I had to be careful to make sure all the bits were up. Although it does mean I've got a lovely deep flower border in the front garden, although Mikey's not impressed. He thinks we should have habitat trails, whatever that means, through it.
Maintenance trails, so that way we can actually get to...
Fill your boots, my love.
No. No. Claudia says, Emma, I was pondering that thought. And Diana says, I could give one or two as gifts. Karen says, I bought this panel from you last year, but it's still into the to-do pile.
Okay, so I'm not the only one. It will be done by this Halloween. Definitely.
It's
Well,
right
I just
around
got
the
a
corner.
look then. You didn't see that. I just got a look from the other side of the camera that there was like to say, yeah, right, we'll see about that. I don't think it's going to, he doesn't think it's going to be finished before Halloween.
Dawn is watching.
Oh, hi Dawn. Oh, sorry. I dropped a pin. Oh, there it is. Oh, it didn't fall on the floor. Yeah, a bit boring this bit, but it'll get done. It'll get done. We've got two more. I think I might need to cut some more strips.
Karen says I should be careful as I'm slightly outnumbered here. Tina is watching.
Oh, hi Tina.
Christine says your machine sounds different tonight.
It might very well need a clean. I have to admit, I haven't ventured underneath, so I may have to undo the faceplate and see what's lurking underneath, what little pads of felt I have underneath there. Haven't watched the sewing bee yet, so I don't know. I guess it was pyjamas this week, but we haven't caught up on it yet. That might be for Sunday evening. Tomorrow? Oh, it's Sunday, I think. Looks like it's going to be a good weekend for most people.
And Joanne has just put the link to the Moon by Helen back panel.
Oh, bless you. Thank you. I'm trying to think. I think I had fabric to go with it, but I'm not sure if I have any of that left because somebody did buy quite a bit.
Christine says...
I did have a coordinating flower print.
Christine says bras and knickers.
Oh. Wow.
Joanne asks, which shades of the twist did you use? I can attach a link.
Oh, thanks. So I've got...
And Diana also says bras and knickers.
I think life's too short to make your own bras and knickers. Although, I suppose, if you can't find the sizes, it just makes sense. I want to say this one's candy? I'm not sure. I don't think I've got very many bright pinks. I can't remember.
And Joanne has just put the link for the Moon by Helen black flowers on grey.
Oh, so I do have some left. Okay, so I've got, I think this is, I want to say melon, but I don't know if I'm getting that confused with the batik.
Karen says she's been a good girl today and changed her needle and cleaned out the machine.
Well done. I have to put a new needle in recently. I did do that, but I do need to clean her, I think. I do need to clean her. This one I know is definitely gold, and I think I'm going to get some of the pumpkin. Because when I looked at them together, I'm like, I need to add some pumpkin because I'm pretty sure that's pretty close to the pumpkin colour. This one, because it's the same company, these actually do match pretty well. So that matches that red. It's like a tomatoey red. And then the pink matches exactly that like Pepto-Bismol pink that is highlighted in it.
Karen says, I haven't worn a bra since I was at school, so I have no plans to start making bras. And Joanne has put the link for the Dashwood Studios Gold.
I have to admit, I really got out of the habit over lockdown, and I'm wearing one today, but it's a rare occasion where I do put one on.
Annette says, I agree, look like a right faff making underwear.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of bras in general. But I have to admit, I don't really have much to put in one, so I don't really miss it when I'm not wearing them.
And Joanne's put the link for the Dashwood Studios Twist Pumpkin.
Oh, thank you. And the other ones, I know definitely one is denim, and I can't remember the two blues, and I'm having to go with it. I think the denim actually goes similar to the panel, this dark blue, which I'm using the light blue. This is the dark blue. So you can see it goes quite well with that dark grey.
It's a little bit lighter on the camera.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it is a slightly different shade, but it blends in really well to it.
Joanne says pink looks like sorbet.
Oh yeah, it probably is sorbet.
And Karen says, no, me neither. I've never been able to fill a bra.
No. So I don't see the point. There we go. Okay.
Claudia says, I hate having to put a bra on as I need to more in the summery months.
Oh.
And Joanne has put the link to the Dashwood Studios Twist Denim.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I thought you get a head start on Halloween. Get some projects done. What am I doing? I was trying to think. I think there's more of one than the other, as in dark versus white blocks. So I think there's four of these.
And Joanne has put the link for all the Dashwoods that you do.
Oh, yeah, Dashwood is perfect. It's a really nice blender. And I've got some little bits that I've got left over from my...
Christine says, if I didn't, I would be playing Keepy Uppy.
Oh, I do have one. Oh yes, so there's 8. That's right. There's 8 panels, and I'm doing it 9 by 9.
Karen says Halloween. It will be here in a blink of an eye. June already.
I know.
Soon be Christmas. Joanne says you have 27 of them. They are fab. It's not my fault. Karen, open the door.
You can't use the C word this early in the year.
And Joanne says if I didn't, I might end up walking in circles. Claudia asks, is it next month it starts with Christmas mix? And Diana says if I didn't, I'd fall over.
Yeah, I do have to say, I mean, one thing about my small boobs, they are very practical. Right, so this is not the order they're going to be. Can you show that? Are you showing that? Can you see it?
Yeah.
So this is going to be my center one because there's 8. I just remembered there's 8, 4 of each. So I've added, for the center panel, I've added some of the floral fabric, which I will use in the outer border as well.
Karen says Christmas, Christmas, Christmas with Christmas tree emojis.
I am not ready for that. I'm never ready for Christmas. Definitely not now. So if I put what I'm going to do, so I've got a piece of grey sashing that I've added to, here's my batty, doesn't fall off, 2 of my wonky star arms. That was my plan, right? And I had to figure out how am I going to do my wonky.
And Joanne has put the link for the Dashwood twist.
Oh, thank you.
And Annette says she likes your necklace.
Oh, thank you. This was a present from Mikey. I think Christmas or birthday. Can't remember.
I think it was Christmas.
So there. So that is essentially what I'm going to have in every intersection is a star like that out of a different colour. So I've got pink, I've got, I can't remember, that's sorbet. Can't remember what this one is. That one's gold. I'm also going to do a pumpkin orange one. But, and then what I'll do is star arms on this end, and I'll also do star arms on this end once I figure out my layout and where I want to put the colours.
Claudia says Sewing Street will send you Xmas kits and makeup.
Oh, is that good? Oh yeah, that starts in July, doesn't it? Wow.
Don't they say Christmas in June? Isn't that?
It's Christmas in July.
Oh, Christmas
Although
in July.
sometimes they do it different. It depends. But in America, it's usually Christmas in July because that's sort of the halfway point, I guess. I never understood it, but.
Christine says Mr. Blackbird sounds happy.
Oh yeah, he should be. Mordecai. I've named him. His name is Mordecai. He came last year, and yeah, so now we have to feed him. And the bird mix that we have has raisins in it, and what he does is first he'll show up. We have to feed him. As soon as we go outside, he's there. We have to feed him, and then what he'll do is he'll sort out all the raisins, and then he'll fill his beak with raisins according to size, so he can fill as many in his mouth at once. And then once his beak is absolutely stuffed with raisins, he flies off and then comes back.
Joanne says it will be on TV on July, but likely you'll get stuff earlier.
Yeah.
And Claudia says, I can see how happy that makes you. And Sandy says, hello.
Oh, hi Sandy. Well, I've actually got a big break off Sewing Street. Even though I'm on once a month, I think I'm not on again till end of July. So I was just on, and then I won't be on again till the end of July. So
Claudia says your bunting looked great.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was a good eBay buy. I did not make the bunting. It's still up actually. I thought I'd leave it up till the end of this week because it did look quite nice.
We can leave it up all the time if you want.
Well, no, 'cause it's fabric, and eventually when it gets rained on, it's going to get ruined. So.
Oh, very well.
Yeah. Although it might, yeah.
We probably need to wash it though.
Yes, it's true. So I want to show you how I'm doing these star arms because where's my bits? I figured out it's easiest to do them.
Christine says Christmas in July in Australia is winter.
Oh yeah, so that makes more sense. And then actual Christmas is when it's hot. Which, yeah, that makes more sense. So, I want to show you what I did on the backs of these. Link's having a moment. Oh, he's got a piece of fabric. So, instead of doing, using foundation papers, what I'm doing, and I'm being naughty, I'm just using a pen because I'm being lazy. And I'm just drawing my lines on the back of my fabric, of my sashing fabric, to replace the foundation paper. And I kind of haven't done them the same. So if I do a little mark right there.
And Lorraine says you're the best demonstrator on sewing street.
Oh, bless you. Not true, but very, very thank you. Very kind words. Okay, 5. There we go. So I'm just sort of measuring out roughly where I think I want my arms to go. And I'm just drawing them on. That's one. And then the other one, I want it to overlap and I want it to be kind of shorter. So I think kind of like that. I think. So there we go. So those are my
Christine agrees.
Oh, bless you. You guys are too nice. Oh, those are my extras. Those are my little extras that I'm saving for when I do my beetles, my Sasha's Quilts beetles. So I'm saving all those bits. Right. Piece of fabric. And this one is actually, can be quite easy. So let me see. I've kind of been alternating because they overlap. What do I want to do? Alright, I'm going to do, yeah, the big one first. There, I'm just going to keep it square to make it easy. Oh, but I need to, okay, I need to do this properly. So, because my brain doesn't work with foundation paper piecing, what I need to do is lay my fabric out underneath to make sure that it all is going to fit, and that I've got a good 1/4 inch. There. Okay, maybe I'll do it like that. A little bit easier. Yeah, that's easier. We'll do that. Right.
Christine says the temperature quilt on your Facebook page is beautiful.
Oh, isn't that stunning? Yeah, I waited because I did quilt it, and I was, yeah, that temperature quilt is all hand pieced, so all the squares are sewn together. It's all hand applique circles on the top. Absolutely stunning. Exactly my colours, what Mum would call muted, because I do like muted colours. And then we chose the thread colour together, and then we had some choices of patterns, and she said, surprise me. So I'm like, ooh. So I got to choose the pattern, but I wanted the quilter to get the quilt back before I shared them on social media, and I got her blessing. So she actually got to see her quilt before anybody else did, which I think is the right way to do it. But yeah, it is stunning. this is just my fiddly way of making sure that when I flip my fabric over after I've sewn it, that is going to fill the gap that it needs to. This is the only way that I can actually get it to work. Otherwise, I could have a massive piece of fabric and sew it onto this tiny bit, and even then, even when I flip it over, if I don't do it properly or carefully, it won't cover.
Christine says, I've discovered when doing FPP that by cutting stitch and tear into A4 size sheets, she can use her printer to print the design onto it.
That's a good idea.
And when the FPP is complete, you don't have to remove the paper.
No, that's a good idea. Yeah, because that is one thing I don't like about FPP is removing the papers. I don't like that bit, I will admit. Oh, no, I've got the wrong foot on. That's why I also like this bit, doing it, just marking it straight onto the fabric.
Karen says she's going to the Festival of Quilts this year to see pinhole quilters seriously thinking of getting a long arm. Any advice?
Try them all out. Go to every long arm quilting booth and physically try them all out to see which one you like best. And then once you've got the feel of them, then you can talk about pricing. Depends how mechanical you are as well. So if you're not very mechanical, or you're not confident to service your own machines or do your own maintenance or figure things out or set it up on your own, choose a company that will have somebody here to do all that for you. Because when I bought mine, I literally, the crates arrived and a set of instructions, and it was, there you go, have fun. But I do love my machine. I do love the way it handles, and the ergonomics. That's the way, the ergonomics of it. But it's just finding the one that you like best. Oh, shouldn't do that. That's a fun stage though, when you get to go try them all out.
Joanne says, guess you also need a tape measure.
Oh, yes. Make sure it'll fit in your room. Yeah. Well, that comes because they don't necessarily have all the sizes at the show, so that would be definitely something to work out. The only other one to say is buy the biggest throat you can afford. So this side, this bit, you have different options, and buy the biggest one that you can afford to go for, basically. There we go. That's on there. And where's my... I'm going to do my hand thing.
Joanne says, I've worked out that one would fit, but only in the living room and only if we didn't want to watch the TV.
Oh.
And Karen says, thank you for that. I don't mind setting it up myself. It's just the tech that scares her a little. Space isn't an issue. I'm just a little apprehensive about the tech.
Oh, okay. Well, what I did do is I actually had a lesson on how to use it, how to load up and how to use it because it coincided with me going to visit my friend Travis in California. So I actually had a class in America with one of the ladies that does teaching on my machine. So I would definitely recommend also looking into having them teach you how to use it and program things. I mean, mine, I'm sure there's still things that I don't know how to do that would make it possible for me to do lots of other things, but haven't had a lot of time to play with it. just to sit and play with it.
To be fair, they're also helpful over the phone.
Yeah, they are. So my company, they do have a 24-hour helpline.
I think we called them over on Christmas Day one day.
Called it over Christmas. That's when I was setting it up. I don't know if it was Christmas Day, but it was definitely over Christmas break.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, and they were really helpful. And then the guy who actually, one of the guys who owns the company was here, and I just happened to find out about him teaching like how to maintain things and service things a little bit. Like the week before he was going to be there, so I managed to scramble to go to do that class as well, and that was really helpful. So yeah, just expect a learning curve, but don't be afraid.
You can do it.
Yep. That's one arm. Oh, is that the same? Oh, it is same side. Okay. And then now just do the same thing on the other side. Having fun, my love?
Yep, I'm helping. I don't know what this does, but...
It's a wallpaper seam roller.
Oh, why is it here?
Because it's a seam, you can use it to press the seam without having to use the iron.
Ah, cool. Karen says, thank you, I'm getting quite excited.
Yeah, you should be.
And also afraid.
Oh, don't be afraid.
Nah.
It'll be fine. Okay, I'm going to cheat a little bit on this one. I'm just going to...
Karen says...
Oh, no, I'll be sensible and... Karen says...
No, Joanne said to Karen, you'll have to let us know how all it goes.
Yeah.
And Karen says, will do.
Yeah, got my tickets for Festival of Quilts and my ticket to go see John Scott on the Sunday. Excited about that.
When is it again?
It's towards the end of August this year, I think.
It's at Birmingham, isn't it?
Yeah, it's at the NEC. Yeah, I'm not doing any classes this year. I'm just going to go for fun, which will be nice.
And Joanne asks, have people had tickets posted out yet?
I think it depends. I actually just did mine electronic, so I won't actually be getting a physical copy. So I've just got an electronic copy that I'll have to print out.
And Karen says, well, it's not every day you turn 50. I think a purchase is in order.
Definitely. I'm already planning my treat to myself for 50. Oh, get the other way.
Joanne says it will be an investment too.
Yep.
You can't afford not to buy it.
I think I've just done that right. Yeah, that works. we go. So that's how I am going to do the arms on my wonky star. It's handy I actually did the sashing, just the width of the ruler, so it makes it easy to trim up. Need a new blade, I think. Again. There we go. There's my bits for my beetle. It's there, so that will be, see, that's a long piece, isn't it? That's a long piece, that's a short piece, that will go that way. And then that's a short piece, so that would be that way. There. I might have a play around with doing them even funkier on the other ones. So they're all a little bit different. So yeah, I'm excited about that. Now I've worked out how to do it, then I'll have to finish doing the borders on my blocks, lay them out in the order that I want, and then work out where I want to put my coloured stars. So, what time is it anyway?
I don't know. It's not dark yet.
Well, it's not going to be dark for a while, Meadow.
The pigeons on the roof say it's probably at least...
And it's not even end of June yet, so they're still getting longer. Days are still getting longer.
You should be able to figure out how to tell it on your phone, but I can't.
Yeah. Also, did everybody have a good Jubilee weekend last weekend? It was a bit of a shock to the system come Monday.
It is 8:40 according to Claudia.
Oh, okay. So we'll wrap this up in a little bit.
And Karen says, have you seen Rope and Anchor? She's done a beetle quilt.
Oh.
And Christine says it's
I'll have to look at that.
2038.
Oh.
8:40.
No, I'll have to look at that. I'll have to check that out. I will have to do those beetles.
Are they beetles or scarabs?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not an entomologist, so I don't know. I didn't take any insect classes either, so I know nothing about insects. I can tell you about mushrooms.
No, that's all right. Thank you.
You help me collect mushrooms.
I do. I usually am a pretty good spotter.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I don't like mushrooms.
Ironic.
It is, actually.
You like them sometimes.
No, let me say I do.
Did you know mushrooms are neither plant nor animal? It's very satisfying, I have to admit.
Karen said her mum invited the neighbors around for a Jubilee afternoon tea and volunteered her to do the catering.
Oh.
Everyone seemed to enjoy themselves, so I didn't mind.
Good. we did now. I worked. So yeah, Friday. I tell you, Friday, we both went to bed at 8 o'clock, and we both didn't wake up till 7:30 the next morning. So we both needed that sleep.
Yeah, and then the weekend we went to the village, had the...
Oh yeah, that Friday afternoon. Yeah.
Was it
Friday
afternoon or Saturday?
It was Friday afternoon. We went to the village activities.
Claudia said her granny used to collect mushrooms and cook them. Not many want to eat them, but she lived a long life.
Mm-hmm.
And Anne said you must have really needed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was tiring. Karen says she even provided goodie bags with a Jubilee flag, lavender bag, and brooch.
Ooh.
Or is that brooch?
Brooch?
B-R-O-O-C-H.
Brooch.
Brooch. Yes. I'm smart.
You sure are, Mellow.
I'm smarter than the average bear.
So, these need to be cut. So, I'm going to need how long these are now.
Christine says Prince Louis was the star.
He was.
He was.
Yeah, I saw a little video that sort of had all the highlights today of Prince Louis. Bless his heart. But I gotta be honest, it's gotta be hard for, was he 4 or 5 now?
Oh my gosh, can you believe it? It's been so... Can you believe it?
Yeah.
Claudia says her eldest and his wife had a barbecue for those of the family that stayed at home.
Oh, nice.
I made the original coronation chicken and it was fab.
Ooh.
A whole chicken went into it.
Wow. Nice. Did anybody make the trifle? I would have liked to taste it, but I would not have wanted to make it. I would have done the cheap version.
After,
See, 1, 2. Oh, I need 2 for that. Was there another one? Oh, oh, that's the one that's on the.
here. Dawn says she loves your dress.
Oh, thank you.
Christine says no. Waiting for Waitrose to do a version.
Yes, that's a good idea. They missed the boat there, didn't they? I think the pudding came out too late, too close to the Jubilee for them to recreate it.
Linda said a lady at the complex near her did it and it was delicious.
It did sound nice, to be fair. But that was a lot. Also, if you looked at the recipe, it said it served 20. That is a big trifle.
I got a big belly though.
You do have a big belly. I don't know. I don't think you can beat Mum's trifle.
No, that's good trifle.
Mum does make good trifle. Even to the point where so my brother got married last October, and we were going up there, or going down there for a lunch, and his wife said, "Oh, I can make trifle," and even my brother said, "No, we'll let Mum make trifle." That was a brave man, but yeah.
Claudia said some of it was a bit too sweet.
Oh.
And Joanne says, or small portions, which is correct because that way you can eat twice as much.
Yes. Ooh, you guys are making me want to eat trifle now.
Susan says, I prefer a marmalade sandwich.
Oh. I do like lemon marmalade, but I never had a taste for orange marmalade. I don't know why. Did everybody see the little bit of the Queen with Paddington?
Karen says, no, I didn't make the trifle. Scones, Victoria sponge, Bakewell slice, Leno drizzle, ginger cake. No room for trifle. Surely there's room for trifle. Dawn also agrees about the marmalade sandwich. Linda says it was huge and she put gin in the jelly.
Oh.
And Joanne says it's the Paddington effect.
Yeah. Gin in the jelly. Oh, that sounds a bit genius. Yeah, now I'm just going to be a bit boring and I'm just going to be sewing my borders onto my blocks.
Claudia says the video of the Queen and Paddington will always be dug out again and again. It was really good.
It was really cute. She is good. She's a good sport. Did you know when she did the thing with Bond, she ad-libbed it a little bit? The bit where he comes in the room and he has to wait for her to finish writing her letter. She did that. Like, Daniel Craig didn't know she was going to do that. So him like wondering like what the heck, that was genuine.
Karen says gin jelly, might need to try that. And Joanne says Paddington was better than Bond.
This is true. Oh, what if you can get grapefruit jelly? Because I've got some grapefruit gin. I think it would be nice to put in some grapefruit jelly.
And Claudia says the boring stuff gets you to finish it before Halloween.
This is true. Because I really do like this panel. I like that it's not typical Halloween colours. I like the little bit of pink and sort of grey blue.
And Terry says now we know what she keeps in her handbag. And Christine says, have you seen the drawing of the Queen and the Paddington?
Yeah, I have. That's really cute. I also love that apparently being a royal family knew that she was doing it, so it was a surprise when it showed.
But I don't think most didn't know she was doing the Bond either.
Oh.
Joanne says you might have to try a different variation with different quantities of gin so you get it just right.
Oh.
And Claudia says, I used to do strawberry jam with whiskey, which was really Moorish. To be fair, I heard Daniel Craig only agreed to do the Bond because he never thought the palace would agree to it.
Oh.
Karen says, I'm inspired to chop into this panel, but I have a wedding to do tomorrow first before I can switch.
Oh, which is fair enough, yeah. Well, I might still be doing it next, well, I might show you next week. We'll see, at least the progress. We'll show you next week what the progress is. Yield to faith.
Nope, I have faith. It will all get done when it gets done. So saith the shepherd, so saith the flock.
Maybe this will be my October sit on the couch quilt, because I think, since we're not putting the heating on till December, I'm going to be needing it.
Joanne says, I said so much said in so few words. And Karen says, we all have faith.
I've actually I can show you, maybe. I've actually resurrected another work in progress. I've been inspired to tackle it. after I finish this strip, I'll show you. I have to think about where I might be on the couch. And we'll finish with that.
Karen says no heating, no lights till December.
Candles. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Here we go. So I have this quilt top that I worked on while I was in grad school. A lot of this quilt was sewn in the front of a Ford truck on the way to a strawberry field. So it's all hand pieced.
Dawn says just electric sewing machine.
Yeah. Yes. So I've been inspired because I've been umming and ahhing how to quilt it. I've put it away. Whether to do it on the long arm machine or to do it.
Joanne says sewing machine has a light, right?
This is true. This is true. But I'm actually decided I'm going to hand quilt it. But the consensus is I have to hand quilt it because it's hand pieced. So I've got, is this the one? Yeah, this is the pattern, but I'll be able to show you because I've got the whole. Here we go. This is the right size.
Christine says I can visualize your Friday nights now. Emma sat with a muffler, fingerless gloves, and a bobble hat.
Yeah, that's what it'll be. We do have just under 3/4 of a tank of oil, but we're going to have to make that last until May of next year at least. So
I'm saying December next year. Joanne says, Emma, this looks big.
It is a big quilt.
And Lorna says, and a candle.
Yeah, it is a big quilt. But this is going to be one of my other. Actually, this would be a good. It's going to be hand quilted, so I'll be able to sit under it, and I'm going to put wool wadding in it as well.
It'll be properly warm.
Yeah, it's going to be nice and warm. So that would be one of my other projects, and I'm going to have to mark up every single block with the pattern to hand quilt it. I can show you how big it is. Maybe all of it.
Hang on, let me back up a little bit.
And that's not even the full width.
Christine says, oh, I forgot with the dewdrop on the tip of your nose.
Oh yeah.
And Joanne says, what will you mark with? And Claudia says, the colors look lovely. It will be fantastic when it's done.
You. I haven't decided yet, but it will probably be some sort of water-soluble pencil.
And Joanne asks, will you mark one at a time?
Yes. I'll mark it all up before I actually start quilting it.
And Lorna says, a lovely quilt.
I had actually started marking it up in a different pattern. Then I decided that I didn't want to use that pattern.
And Karen says, that pattern looks fab with the whip. It will be fabulous to hand quilt as it's all hand pieced.
Yeah. So I've decided that, yeah.
And Joanne says, gorgeous fabrics.
Oh, thanks. They're all Civil War reproduction fabrics. So that's that one.
American Civil War.
Yes, American Civil War. American Civil War. Yeah, so that's where I think I'll leave it for tonight. All of my hand quilting bits nicely over there. And I'll just continue working on these blocks. It shouldn't take too long. And then next week I'll show you the progress.
Joanne says, thank you all. Have a happy and safe week. You do the same.
Yes.
Terry says, good night.
Good night. And I'll see you next Friday. Don't know what I'll show yet. But,
you just said you were going to show progress.
Yeah, I'm going to show progress on this, but there may be some other stuff as well. But so you never know.
Spoilers.
Yeah. So yeah. So thank you very much for joining. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Good night, all.